Students at Nānākuli High Intermediate School aren't just learning about sustainability, they're living it. And that's thanks to Kumu Piper, a Hawaiian language teacher there who has started something pretty amazing. And we're going to talk about that. But we're here now at Manamahiai here in Nānākuli. And this is where you do your Scrappahz Union 96792. Is that right?
Yes. We took a play on that word scrapping and changing the narrative of West Side and what comes out of Waianae. So 96792 is an entire moku. Like Nānākuli will say they're Nānākuli, Waianae will say they're Waianae. But outside of this moku, they will say that they're from 96792.
And united in purpose.
Yes.
Because you're giving students something very constructive to do.
That's one part of the food systems that's not talked about. We talk about the farmer, we talk about the store, the consumer, but we never ever talk about where the opala goes. And we found a way to create a program that helps to feed people, nourish our farms, build pilina within the students, and they also earn community service hours for their personal transition plan, their PTP, which is a requirement in state of Hawaii high school diploma.
So let's talk about some of the things that the students are actually making, taking this trash and turning it into treasure.
The first thing they started making was compostable pots. So we had a nursery out in Wailua and they had reached out to us and said, we want to do my part. How do I get rid of all this plastic waste from the plastic pots that I sell? And we created the compostable pot, which some of the students are here working on some of them right now.
Okay, I see this. We're going to see, because this started as a cardboard box. So hopefully we can see how this process goes.
Yes, so cardboard goes into the machine. And can you turn that on, please? And we just hit forward. There's only like 3 buttons here, forward, stop, and reverse. So I'm gonna stop it. You can see how easy it is. I'm gonna give it a reverse real quick. Stop it. And it goes forward. And then Jeremiah and Ara here can tell you about some of the benefits.
So one of the benefits for these cardboards is it retains water, so you can water it for 1 day and then leave for like 2 days or a week, and it still holds the water inside, so it's retaining water. We give these to our farmers and they enjoy it. And another benefit for this is it takes the impact of fallen fruit, so it absorbs that impact.
We connect with our local farmers on the west side, and they use our product and benefit of their farms. And one more to add on to what she said was it suppresses weeds.
And this is actually an example of
That's awesome.
kubu kubu.
So how did you guys get involved with this? What was your motivation?
I just wanted to take more interest into Aloha Aina and taking care of our community. So I found Kumu Piper. She introduced me to this program, and ever since then I've felt hooked into this program.
Awesome, cool. And how about you, Ara?
This actually uplifted me into being a better person and also taught me cultural practices that we actually fail to teach nowadays and fail to learn.
We believe that culture connection is addiction prevention. And us being on the west side, we experience that a lot. And it's important that us as the youth realize why it's happening and what will be the outcome. That's why we are coming up with ways and solutions that will benefit upcoming generation.
Another project we focused on is a real heart project, I think, this year, because when you live in the community that I live in, you have to make change. You know, you cannot drive alongside the beach and not say, those are my people. How can we help them? Or how can we stop all the sweeping that's happening? Because they just grab all the consumables and they leave everything else, right? And when I say they leave everything else, they will leave the tarp and the plastic sleeping bag and the plastic this and the plastic that. And where does that go? So they decided, we played on that, thinking and having a lot of dialogue. Let's make some sleeping mats and pillows for the house's residents. So if we do have a sweep, they can just leave it. If it does fly into the ocean, it'll break down in there. And then even being really mindful of, have you ever slept on sidewalks, on It's rough, but how can you not drive by and see that you have to do something and make a change?
Compostable pots was the first thing that Scrappahz Union made, and the community's recognizing the value of this work. You guys won some contests, right?
Yes, so we won 3 years and we won first place for making sheet mulches and our pots.
The second year we won second place for our oil change boxes.
And then recently we won second place again with our new product that we have made, which is sleeping mats and pillows for the houseless residents on our island.
And then those awards actually came with some serious cash.
Yeah, so with those years, we won an estimate around $55,000. And with that money, we gave shredders to all the schools on the west side, 2 shredders to Maui School, and 2 shredders to Big Island.
I love that, because you're essentially recycling, right? Back into the community.
Right, we don't want to keep it for ourselves. We want other people also doing the same practices and also making a change themselves in this world.
We have some big entrepreneurship endeavors coming out of this group as well, because they started a couple opio makekes. The bigger project that they have started was they actually make party decor now for businesses and companies, and people really want to do their part in sustainability. And they're reaching out and said, hey, can the pot be a little bit bigger? Can you put anthuriums in it? Can you put a tea leaf or a taro? Like, what else can you do? What size of the pots? Can we make some table runners? So what they have also been doing is making it a little bit bigger pieces. And can you see how that looks like a nice, you know, table runner? It does kind of look like lauhala. And we're on our way to Kona at the Hilton Waikoloa Village. We're going to be taking care of the table settings.
That's cool.
For their, as a Native Indigenous conference.
I mean, how cool is it that now folks are asking for products that you guys are making from this waste? I mean, it must feel pretty good to be involved with this.
Feel pretty good?
Yep, absolutely.
I think it's, you know, part of their kuleana, right, to take care of their kaiaulu. And I kind of play off of that K words, kokua, kuleana, and kaiaulu. Like, how do you help your community? How do you continuously help your community? Whether it's be making pots or shredding cardboard or just helping to take off the tape. You know, you want to see the change in your community, you have to be the change. They're the ones that's gonna inherit this earth, right? We want it to be better left than how we had it and sustainable for the next 7 generations.
It's kind of like what they're doing in Nānākuli with all that excess cardboard that we all produce, taking that, making those great compostable pots and other things that the community can really use.
And it's so creative too. I mean, from community composters to youth-led innovation, these stories really remind us that reducing waste isn't just about throwing less away, it's about seeing more in what we have.
And now you can do your part. Check out Zero Waste Oʻahu for more ideas or opala.org and find ways to rethink your rubbish.